You know, we got these records. Let's check them out real quick.
Captain's log. Stardate 6087.6. The Republic is currently approaching the Vardane system. Sensors have detected unusual energy fluctuations near one of the Vardanian moons. Starfleet has ordered us to investigate.
Alright.
Captain's log. Stardate 6087.8. We are under attack by 2 unidentified ships. I don't know how they could have approached undetected. They must have some kind of cloaking device, although there are no reports of Romulans in this sector.
Klingons also have cloaking devices.
Captain's log. Stardate 6088.1. We have successfully driven off our assailants. Major damage has been sustained by our warp engines. Communications has reported that USS Enterprise is in sector. I requested Mr. Scott's assistance in repairing damage to the Republic. With luck, we will be fully operational in a couple of days.
Oh, that seems like a good idea.
Captain's log. Stardate 6088.5. First Officer Andrade commanding. The Enterprise has inexplicably opened fire upon us. Captain Patterson has been mortally wounded. We have sustained major damage to all systems. Impulse power is out. We cannot understand why.
There are no more log decks, Captain.
That's something weird. Check out the engineering things. Engineering decks.
Captain, I have examined the
Did
engineering
you
journals.
just shove it
According
in
to
Kirk's
Chapter
ass?
18, we can run...
Jim, do we really need a lesson in starship engineering?
Spock, just tell me if they will help.
Why, yes, Captain.
Alright. Now we know how to turn that machine on, so let's go turn that machine on. So we gotta go to sickbay. Yep. Sickbay's a frickin' junction. Go to engineering. Let's turn on the machine.
Please select NMP.
Spock?
Captain, the information obtained from the engineering journals indicates the correct impedance setting to be 19,000 ohms.
Go ahead and adjust the settings, Spock.
There we go.
Power has now been restored, Captain.
Well, the warp engine is on. The warp core is on. That's pretty nifty. We now have power. The mains are back online. Come on. So let's go back to auxiliary through sickbay. Jeez, this hallway. Nothing to do in this dang hallway. Auxiliary control. Okay. So we can use the tricorders on the machine to control one ship function, so let's do that.
Spock crudely attacked.
Okay, and the medical tricorder.
Spock crudely attaches the medical tricorder to the computer console.
Both tricorders are rigged into the main computer's central processing unit. We now have enough computational power to control a single ship's system.
Well, there we go. Ah!
Captain, look! And a lot.
That ship was cloaked.
Fascinating.
Is that all you can say?
Captain, I suggest we try to raise the shields.
Okay. Hold on.
With impulse power online...
Weapons.
We need to do weapons first.
Power allocated to weapons systems, Captain.
Captain, I suggest we try...
Mr. Spock, what is the condition?
Weapons control is functioning properly. However, there appears to be a jam in the primary loading mechanism. Captain, the torpedo loading system is malfunctioning. To clear it, we will have to physically examine the mechanism. Currently, all turbolift access to the torpedo bay is blocked by a hull breach. It is imperative that we get the weapons online.
All right. So now we allocate power to the shields. Now, if you allocate power to the shields before you find out that the weapons are jammed, you are SOL and JWF. You'll have to restart the mission.
Shields are up, sir.
Now the Alassi are gonna hail us.
Put it on screen, Spock.
Well, if it isn't Captain Kirk. Fancy meeting you out here all alone in such a shabby starship.
What do you want?
You should be more civil, considering your Enterprise is far away on a mercy mission helping that poor traitor.
It was a setup?
I can see why they made you Captain.
I assume since you haven't blasted us to bits, you want something.
Why, yes I do. It seems you failed to give one of my associates some rather important information.
The Masada, I presume. You want the locations of all your imprisoned comrades?
Yes, Kirk. The Republic's computers will have the data just as your Enterprise would. I give you 1 minute to comply.
Just try and get it.
I can't do that. This option would kill us.
It will take time. The controls are smashed and the main computer's badly damaged. It will take hours to get power to the computer banks.
This is kind of mirroring Wrath of Khan, but
Maybe
whatever.
I should just pump a few torpedoes into your shields and check it out for myself.
The Republic will fall apart if you fire on us. Then you'll never get the data.
All right, Kirk. We'll do it your way. I would rather not kill you. Besides, as an old friend that wants to meet you, I give you 30 minutes. And remember, no tricks.
Captain, the main
No
computer
tricks.
is far beyond.
Shut up, Spock.
30 minutes then. Kirk out.
Alright, so now we're on a time limit. And... oh, wait, we need to try to allocate power to the transporters.
With impulse power online,
Weapons. Transporter circuit.
Captain, the Alassi can surely detect the lowering of our shields. They will undoubtedly try to board us if we lower them.
Spock, what about the fusion power pack? Could we use it to power the transporter?
I believe so, Captain. It would require a connection to the transporter circuits in the main control console.
Alright. There we go, there's our power. So we gotta go to transporter room, but we have to go through sickbay first. Go through the sickbay hallway. And transporter room. Now we can go into the transporter room. Okay.
Spock,
Check the console.
please check.
Come on, Spock.
Captain, there is no power allocated to the transporter.
Spock, please check out the
Captain, there is no...
There is nothing at the moment.
Talk to Spock.
This is the only access to the torpedo bay, Captain.
Okay, there's no power, so that means now we can add
Spock,
power
would it
up
be
the
possible to
transporter with
connect
the fusion power pack.
directly into the transporter power circuits?
Fascinating. It can be done. However, the transporter will only be able to transport a single person.
Do it, Spock.
That's no problem. That's why we have a red shirt. Alright.
Spock, please check out...
Check out the console.
Transporter systems are operational, Captain. Coordinates have been set to the photon torpedo loading bay.
Spock,
Alright.
please check out... Ensign Keege, I want you to beam into the torpedo bay and unjam the loading mechanism. If you don't succeed, we'll all be on permanent shore leave in an Alassi jail.
I'll do my best, sir.
Or dead.
Do it, Spock.
Go, red shirt. You know, McCoy doesn't like the transporters, but this is a pretty good use for the transporter.
Not too badly damaged, fortunately.
What's causing the malfunction in the loading mechanism?
The inner loading door is stuck in the closed position. Now, I can force it open, but when the loading cycle has begun, the room will lose pressure. We won't be able to beam back here again.
Do it, Ensign. We'll just have to gamble that the system doesn't jam again.
The door's open, Captain. I'm ready to transport back.
Beam him back, Spock.
Good job, red shirt. Alright, we have to go back to the auxiliary control. Damn it. I'm getting to the next part here. Okay, let's go back to auxiliary control. We have to go through sick bay to get there again. Good God. Auxiliary control. Alright. These are communicators. Hail the Alassi.
Captain Kirk, I trust you and your valiant crew have retrieved the data I requested.
Not yet. We're having trouble accessing all the data files. Yes, we have. You'll have to beam over and get it, though. The computer's subspace transmitter is out.
Yeah, we gotta choose that one.
Convenient, Kirk.
That's the better option.
We'll beam over, but no tricks. My sensors read that only your shields have power. Lower them now.
We'll comply. Kirk out.
Okay. Spock, go do that.
With impulse power online.
Weapons.
Power allocated to weapons systems, Captain.
Sensors indicate that the Alassi ship has lowered its shields. I suggest we prepare your surprise soon, Captain. They will beam over any moment.
All right.
Mr. Spock, what is the...
Photon torpedoes are loaded and ready to be fired.
Mr. Spock, what is
Fire.
the...
Photon torpedoes are loaded
Uh-oh.
and ready to be fired.
Okay, hit the green button. Boom!
Kirk, I should have known you'd try something underhanded like this. Weapons Master, fire all weapons on the Republic!
We can't, Captain. All weapon systems offline. Captain, the Enterprise is coming on high-speed approach.
Activate cloaking device, Kirk, until we meet again.
Not too soon, I hope.
There we go. We
Watch
did well
yourself.
on that.
Captain, it may be sooner than you realize.
Enterprise to Captain Kirk. Are you safe, sir?
We're fine, Lieutenant.
Sir, we picked up another ship nearby, and we came as fast as we could. It appeared to cloak. Were you attacked by Romulans?
No, Ensign. It looks like the Alassi have been doing some business with him. Scotty, beam us back.
Probably.
We need to find that ship that
Business
attacked the
probably
Republic.
raided some Romulan ships and got their cloaking device. I mean, Kirk did that once. I mean, he was trans-Romulan for an episode.
Captain's log, stardate 6089.6. We are in pursuit of the starship that destroyed the Republic. Its trail is leading us to the planet Vardane, a member of the Federation whose motives have not always matched the high ideals of other Federation cultures.
Captain, I did not expect to hear you.
Why are
judge
they
an
in the
entire culture.
Federation,
I
man?
understand the Republic.
I had bad experiences with the Vardane long ago, Mr. Spock.
Fascinating. Captain, I am reading a Constitution-class starship heading for Vardane at warp factor 5.
Captain, its transponder codes match ours.
Sensors indicate
Well, that's
it
weird.
is an exact duplicate of the Enterprise, including hull markings.
Open hailing frequencies.
Okay. Give response.
Captain Kirk, this is the
Whoa.
Enterprise 2. I am Dr. Ayaz Burdell of the Verdane Defense
Enterprise
Force.
2, Electric
You remember
Boogaloo.
me, don't you, Captain?
I remember you. 10 years ago, when I was on the Farragut, we exposed your unethical practices to the Vardane Council.
The old Verdane Council. Politics is such a fickle business. The new one is much less concerned with trivial concerns. I remember your part in my disgrace, which is why when we began to construct our own Constitution-class ships, I insisted that we have our own Enterprise.
How did you manage to build a Constitution-class ship?
Well, that's
You
a
have
good
10
question.
seconds to lower your shields and power down your weapons, or we will fire. You
No,
won't
that's
get away
a
with
threat.
this. The Vardane can't honestly expect to take on the entire Federation. How did you manage to build a Constitution-class ship?
Our
I'll go with that
intelligence
one.
network is better than yours, Captain. How else does one gather secret information?
You are a member of the Federation. You have signed Federation treaties.
And we shall break them. The Federation's interference in our internal affairs is intolerable.
You must have been building that ship long before the Turgan crisis.
Captain, All wars require justification. They aren't supposed to be fun. You have your justification.
Well, sure they are.
Mine. Don't take diplomacy so seriously. However, Captain, I do intend to enjoy myself. I do intend to enjoy seeing Lieutenant Kirk's ship go up in flames. I shall laugh at
Well, he
sight.
thinks I'm still a lieutenant.
We'll see who gets the last laugh, Bridell.
Oh, I don't like
sure
that
you
one.
You're a fool, Bridell. You can't defeat a trained Federation crew unless you ambush them. We'll see who gets the
gotta
last
go with
laugh,
the first one.
Bridell.
This is the best one, even though I don't like it.
The Federation enjoys talking, Captain. You may talk yourself to your grave.
Okay, we want to save here,
Save new game.
because this is the final battle. And it can be a real pain in the ass. The following part of the game has been chopped together from parts where I didn't die. So it's not a complete battle, yet is it not incomplete. So take this battle, this future part, with a grain of salt, because this part is a pain in the ass.
Arming weapons.
Raising shields. Rolling shields, Captain. Raising shields.
There are several
Aye, sir.
Save new game.
Targeted now.
Aye, sir. Our weapons are off, look. The shields are falling. Our weapons are off. Our weapons are offline. Our weapons are...
Save new game.
Aye, sir.
That's the last of them, Captain.
Well, that's over.
Duplicate enterprise indeed. That alien contraption was no match for the real thing.
What if the Vardain have more Constitution-class vessels?
The Federation will blockade Vardain until they agree to destroy their weapons facilities and all non-authorized ships.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the destruction of the USS Republic and evaluate your performance at 100%. You and your crew received 4 commendation points. A perfect mission, Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet. We have reviewed your overall performance for this year at 71%, Enterprise. A competent performance, Captain. You have met Starfleet standards that we expect out of a starship captain. Good luck on future missions.
Well, that was a rather underwhelming evaluation.
It was a logical appraisal, Captain. We did make numerous mistakes.
That's what being human is about, Spock. We aren't machines. We're imperfect, and proud of it.
I had noticed that, Doctor, from a cursory glance at your history. Indeed, given the number of errors that humanity has made.
The challenge, Mr. Spock, is to learn from your mistakes and make yourself a better person. It's something we can do on our next mission.
Want to bet?
Warp Factor 2 to our next destination, Mr. Sulu.
Load a previously saved game.